Hey guys, Chris here from Mixdown.online. Now today I want to show you some tips to mix rock vocals with saturation. Alright guys, so now saturation. This is a very powerful tool. I love adding saturation on tracks. Could be on drums, could be on vocals, bass, keyboards, name it. Saturation is very powerful and you can add a very nice texture to your sound. You can add color to the sound, punch, character, and so on. So what I wanted to achieve here is to add a kind of an aggressive type of saturation on my vocal track. So I'm just going to show you what I did on this mix, and this is not something I do on every mixes. Of course, when using saturation like that, you need to pay attention to the style of music you're mixing in and the arrangement types and stuff like that, so you need to respect the song and respect the mix when you're doing stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to go through all the EQs and compressors and stuff on that track. I'm just going to focus on the saturation itself. So let's first listen to what we have here. So just to explain to you how everything is routed, I have 3 mono tracks here, okay, which are the lead vocal tracks. So basically I had the singer sing the same line 3 times, and then I routed all of these 3 tracks into a stereo bus. Okay, but I kept one of the tracks panned in the middle, and the other one 50% left, and the third one 50% right. And then everything goes into my lead chorus stereo bus here. And this is where I inserted my EQs and so on. Okay, and at the end of my chain, I have this plugin, the Decapitator, which is one of my favorite saturation plugin from Soundtoys. Now, what I did here, I kind of push it pretty aggressively, okay? But there's a mix knob. So everything I did to add saturation to this vocal track is done by doing some parallel processing, okay? So I first did the parallel processing within the plugin itself using the mix knob here. So the mix knob is at around 20%. But if you listen, I'm just going to put that in solo. Just going to mute all the reverbs and delays so we can only hear the effect itself. So now you're going to hear the effect at 20%. I'm going to bring it down completely dry, and then I'm just going to mix that up a bit more just for you guys to hear what kind of saturation and overdrive I added on this track.
And I believe it, and I receive it. It's the power of His love. And I believe it, and I can feel it. It's the power of His love in His.
So that's why I'm not adding 100% of that signal into my chain, because it's a bit way too aggressive for what I want to achieve here. But I love the character and the kind of tone that extreme saturation has, okay? But blended with the original signal makes more sense than just putting everything at 100%. And after I'm sending this signal into all the delays, reverbs, and so on, okay? And also I have my signal sent into another parallel bus, okay? This time it's on the New York VOC1, this channel here. What I have on this channel is like extreme compression done by the Monster from Slate Digital. And then I have the Quadraphase from Steinberg, which is a stock plugin included in Cubase. Now, this multi-band saturation plugin is one of the best I've worked with up to now. Very powerful stuff. So you can actually add saturation, like tube saturation, tape, distortion on selected frequencies. So pretty cool. So I have this on as well. And after just a quick EQ, just to tame whatever is down at the bottom and at the lower midsection of the spectrum here. Okay, so let's listen to this track only the bus channel track.
And I believe it, and I receive it. It's the power of His love.
Okay, so this is an ultra compressed overdrive signal. Okay, so this I'm going to blend with my original signal. Now, if we listen to In solo, if we listen to the vocals by themselves, this is what we get.
And I believe it, and I receive it. It's the power of His love.
Okay, sounds a bit like too much, okay? But in context, it blends pretty well. Now, let's listen to the same vocals without any saturation.
And I believe it, and I receive it. It's the power.
Okay? Now, if we listen in context, without, I'm just going to leave it off, and then with.
And I believe it, and I receive it. It's the power of His love. And I believe it, and I can feel it. It's the power of His love.
So pretty cool. It adds a lot. I like it. Now, the important thing here is always to balance that out in context. Okay, because when we solo a track with this kind of effect, of course we're going to hear the effect way too loud, okay? But when we balance that out in context, this is where we're going to get the correct balance. And another thing I love doing is using parallel processing to do this kind of stuff, you know, because I love the character and the vibe of a intense saturation effect, but blended with the original signal. So by using parallel processing, it helps me a lot. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and to like and share. Okay, guys, I'll see you next time.